Well, hello everybody. Welcome to the Free Skate. My name is Ryan. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe right now and also click on notifications so you get a notification when I post a new video. Today we are doing Cup of China 2024, and I remember last year, I think my video title was Cup of Chai because it was an absolute gong show. This one wasn't as big of a gong show. We are going to start with the men, and so we had Shun Sato win the event. Good for him, 278.48. Mikhail Shidorov, 276.17, comes in second place. Very, very close to taking that gold medal. I kind of think he actually should have won, but what do I know? And Adam Salmfa ends up with the bronze medal with 252 points. So, skate of the event, I think, was Mikhail Shidorov. He has the triple axel quad toe combo, and that is like an insane combination. I believe he landed it in his last Grand Prix for the first time, first man ever to do it. He did it again here, 18.99 points for that. He did also have two Q calls, but one of them was not on that one, so that was a squeaky clean combo. He skated as well as he could have, and you know what? He's got some real potential with his technical repertoire and his improving PCS. He will be a serious medal threat if he can skate like that at the Worlds. He's going to be right in that conversation. I mean, almost 280 is nothing to scoff at. That is a very, very good benchmark for the men, because not everyone will be getting over 300 like Ilya, and look at Adam with 250 something. So he's been human this year. I find he's been a little bit under par, I guess, but obviously that's because he was injured before, and I think it really set himself back. So I think it's taken him longer to get into the competition season than he normally would have. So we'll see what he does in the latter part of the year here. So with Shidorov, unfortunately, he had a fall in his choreo step sequence, and that likely would have won the gold if he actually didn't fall on that. So that was super unfortunate. You know who I actually found really interesting to watch, and I don't really know him, was Dewey from China. He's got real nice skating skills, really nice style, very pleasant to look at. I just really like the aesthetic look of him skating, and I thought he was a good skater to watch. So I'm going to be watching him moving forward, and hopefully that he can climb up the ranks, so that'll be nice to see. Matteo Rizzo finished 5th. Quad loop was under rotated. He also fell on his triple loop as well in the free skate, level 2 on the step sequence. So he's got time to improve, before his nationals and then Europeans and world championships. It'll be interesting to see Italian nationals in the final standings with that, because actually, what I'm really curious to see is at Italian Nationals, I would like to see how they mark Grassel and his under rotations. See if it's consistent, if the home judges are going to mark him the same way that international judges are. So that's going to be something to keep an eye out to. So women, Amber Glenn, her second gold of the season in the Grand Prix, 215.54. Mona Chiba, 211.91. Cheon Kim, 208.47. Amber wins both her events, and she does it with her triple axel again. She's turned a new leaf this year. I'm so excited that she is finally putting together skates that are not falling apart when she makes a mistake, which is really, really, really important. She would be doing that she did that for years prior to this, and she's finally now able to make a mistake and move on in the program instead of have the whole program fall apart. So really, really good for her. I'm very excited. She definitely has the potential to win the World Championships, and we're just going to have to see if she can put the skates together when the time comes in those other international events. So far, so good this year. I do want to talk a little bit about Maddie Skiza. So 8th. Underwhelming. She had mistakes that cost her big. So the problem is if she skates at her best, I feel like she's going to be borderline medal contention for most Grand Prix events, depending on the lineup. If she skates best at World Championships, I think her best, like top 10 for sure, but like I don't know how much into the top 10 she would go. I feel that she needs a new coach that needs to hone her presentation skills and get a new athletic quality out of her that's more refined. I still find her quite like on the bubble of refined and unrefined. And I want her to look more mature as a whole. And I think with her coach, she's done everything she could with her, and I just don't see her getting any higher. I mean, her presentation has stayed the same for years now, and she has improved in speed, but I think she needs to improve in like overall quality of program. Canadian nationals are not a give me anymore for her specifically. There are women coming up that are relatively good skaters or who can challenge for that podium at Canadian nationals. You know, we don't have anyone breaking through that's going to, you know, bust onto the world scene and make a top 10 at Worlds other than Maddie, but there are people who are going to come up on her when Maddie makes mistakes. Catherine Midland-Spence was at the Warsaw Cup this past week, and she ended up winning the whole thing. She won the gold medal. That was the first Canadian lady to win an international event in any competition for the ISU senior level since Caitlin Osman, I believe. So that's been a little while. She had 180 points. I mean, I don't know how many more Canadian women can get over 180 points except for Maddie. Kaya still looks very junior to me. I don't see her winning another national title unless the whole event is like a gong show, which honestly is entirely possible because a lot of the ladies in Canada don't have the consistency and necessarily the triples to compete with the ones who actually do. So anyways, good for Catherine Midland-Spence, her first international senior event ever, and she ends up winning. So hopefully she can improve with experience and raise her scores and keep moving up that ladder. So it'll be interesting to see her next year if Canada sends her to any Grand Prix events, what's going to happen with that. Ice dance. I think this was the most exciting discipline for me to watch at this event because the standings, well, I mean, not just this event, but like in general throughout the whole year, because they've been so unpredictable. My predictions on all the events have been like just so off because all of the teams are either making mistakes or there's people moving, like judging wise. It used to be very first in rhythm dance, first in free dance, second, third, fourth. You didn't see any movement. Now you're seeing there's a lot of movement. There's been a lot of upsets this year, and that makes it really exciting. And I really like that because I don't like there being such a political feel about ice dance and such a you are where you are and there's no movement around there. I feel like this year there are 3 or 4 teams who can get up on that podium and shift spots between any of them. And then if a few of them falter and some of the, mid teams that are 5th, 6th, 7th place skate really, really well, they could become on close to podium contention. That's super, super exciting. Grenard and Fabry won this event with 209.13 points. They were followed by Lajoie and Laga, 205.16, and Carrera and Ponomarenko of 198.18. I kind of think the Spanish team should have won the bronze medal, to be quite honest with you. I think Smart and Deeks' free dance to Dune is really, really good. I think the problem is they're not getting their levels. They had a lot of level 2s, which held them back. There was level 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe, in their rhythm dance, which put them in 5th. A lot of their just levels aren't being hit yet, and that adds up after element after element after element. When you have 3 or 4 elements that aren't a level 4 and the other teams are, that is a couple of points difference, and that is exactly what the difference is here. So they really need to focus on getting their levels. Their presentation is close enough where if it came down to it and it was only like a point or 2 difference, that would be the issue, but they are a little bit farther away from that. So boost up your tech content. In turn with that, if you're getting all level 4s, you're probably going to boost your skating skills scores, maybe presentation, depending on how you're performing it. What I found interesting in this event was the Canadians, Lajoie and Laga, only lost the free dance by just over half a point. So Gunnard and Fabbri only had 0.56 over Lajoie and Laga in the free dance. So that was really, really close, because it was 3 points. They had over 3-point difference in the rhythm dance and just over half a point in the free dance. So they really closed that gap. And again, their levels, they had level 3 and 4 on everything except for a diagonal step. She, I think, was given a level 2. And I think he was a level 3 on that one. I can't really remember, but everything else was level 3 and 4. And in the past, they've been a lot of 2s and some 3s and maybe a 4. So their score had improved significantly. They did get 123.63 overall. So closer to, I think, what their goal is going to be. So a random fact, I think a lot of you may have known this. I did not know this. I did not know Olivia Smart was British. I did not know she represented Great Britain before this with Joseph Buckland. Had literally no idea. I don't always pay attention to the whole grand scheme of teams that aren't kind of relevant. So when I was looking her up and I saw that she was a British, I was like, what? I was like, that's crazy. So we have a British-German / representing Spain team, which I think is kind of cool. Pairs, I'm not really gonna mention pairs, to be honest with you, because I just whatever. Our Grand Prix final is set, though. Finally, our Grand Prix final is set. I feel like this Grand Prix circuit went by like that. It went by really, really fast. So we have men: Kevin Amos, Daniel Grassel, Yuma Kagiyama, Shun Sato, Mikhail Shidorov makes the Grand Prix debut, and Ilya Malinin will round out that men's field. There is the women. Mone Chiba, it's like Japanese nationals, and we have Amber Glenn as well. So Mone Chiba, Wakaba Higuchi, Rino Matsuki, Kari Sakamoto, Hanu Yoshida, and Amber Glenn. Pairs: Delato Deschamps, Merokina Berulova, Haas Volodin, Conte Machi, Miura Kahira, and Kamen O'Shea. Nice surprise for the American team to get in the Grand Prix final. I did not actually have them in my original picks to get to the Grand Prix final, but they've had a really strong season, so they totally earned it. And rounding out the Grand Prix final is going to be ice dance: Gillis and Poirier, Lajoie and Laga, Lupareva and Brassard, Fear and Gibson, Guinard and Fabbri, and Chalk and Bates. So let me know what you think below about who you think is going to take the titles in their respective categories or the medals in general. Jess, do you have any predictions for the Grand Prix final?
I don't know, you kicked me off there, so I'm not allowed back on, so I don't have any comments.
Okay, that is a lie. I did not kick him off. I've been bugging him to come back for every video this year.
If the demand is there, I'll come back.
Okay, so if you want Jesse back, put it in the comments. Is that all you had to say?
Yeah, I just want to feel loved.
Oh my god, such a drama queen.
Drama queen.
So let me know down below what your predictions are, and let me know if you want to see Jesse back on this video, because he might
Tell them who my favorite
join.
is, though, Chalk and Bates.
Yes, Jesse's favorite is Chalk and Bates. So Chalk and Bates will be at the Grand Prix final. Maybe he will join us for a Grand Prix final video in December, around the holidays, if we're lucky. Next events. Well, Skate Canada Challenge is coming up this week in my hometown of Winnipeg. And I will go see some of it, and I'm excited to see some skaters. There is some local skaters that are going to vie for a podium. Also, Roman Sadovsky is in the Skate Canada Challenge, so that'll be... Well, we'll see.
No, I mean, like...
I hear his skates
the poor
have...
guy, he's good skating, but he just sometimes gets mentally, you know...
Yeah, his...
He did it, and he can't get his jumps, and then it screws him up at times. Like,
yeah.
He just can't seem to put it all together in one. It's either skates well, or he jumps well, and it's never...
I don't think he skated well at all this year, period, to be honest with you. Even that medal that he won in that senior B event was...
He's probably so frustrated.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think he needs some sort of different sports psychologist, because it's a total mental game with him. He's got all the talent in the world. He's a great skater. Just he can't lay down those jumps when it's needed to be, and he's been plagued with either injuries or sickness or losing skates the last few years and not going to events. It's like the guy has been through the ringer through so many things. So anyways, rumor has it allegedly he has made it to Winnipeg. I'm assuming allegedly, and I'm assuming he has the skates, so that will be a good thing. So yeah, Skate Canada Challenge in Winnipeg, live streaming. I believe you can watch it online on the Skate Canada website if you're in Canada. I'm not sure if you're not in Canada. I don't know exactly how to watch it. Skate Canada may have it available for everyone. I don't know if it's regional. But yeah, until the next video, you guys take care and leave some comments below, and we will see you next time. Bye.